Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video, I will talk very briefly, hopefully quickly, for the second question of your chapter 2 practice. So this is your question 51. So basically this question tells us about how do we get the costs based on variable costs and fixed costs. So your company said you can make, that's your maximized limit, so it's 10,000 pizza. So that is your range, right? So before you, as long as you are within 10,000 pizza, your fixed cost, the total will be the same. Then the more you make, the each one average will be lower, right? Because if you just make one, that one will be covering all the fixed cost. But if you make two, so the two shares the same fixed cost, each one will be only allocated half of the fixed cost. And then you said this is your variable cost. Remember, variable cost for each unit is the same. The total, you just time the total units. So that is your fixed cost, right? 10,000. And then, so you fill in this number very quickly. Too lazy, kind of just go this with you, show you. So when you have 5,000, 8,000, and 10,000, fixed cost will be always the same, which is 10,000, no matter how many units you have, as long as it's within 10,000. And then our total variable cost, we said each one is 1.45. So you just use 1.45 times the units, 5,000, 1.45 times 8,000, 1.45 times your 10,000. So that gives you total variable costs. And then total fixed plus total variable gives you total costs. Fixed cost per pizza will be your fixed cost divided by the units, right? Divided by the units. You can find out the more units you make for each one, your allocated average, the fixed cost will be decreasing. But then the variable cost for each one is the same. So your each one average cost will be decreasing because the fixed cost for each one is decreased. The variable cost for each one is the same. We said the selling price is the same. So average profit, you can find out the more you make, the average each unit profit will be increasing because our average, the fixed cost is decreasing. So why company wants to produce as much as they can within the limit, because they can better utilize the resource on the fixed cost, right? The more units they make, the lower fixed cost for each one will be. Question 3, talking about that. So you said then instead of making this, you will have another choice. We will talk more in the CVP analysis later chapters, but this just kind of give you some idea to think about. So you said instead of that, you want to sell at a higher price, right? Okay, sorry. You said you want to sell more by selling cheap, right? So instead of just selling 8,000 at 6.25, you can sell at 10,000 if you cheap, right? Sell cheaper, I like the deal. Cheaper, more people will buy it. And then we said, hey, how will this affect the profit? So what we do is we calculate those two situations and then we compare them. So we said the first situation is you sell at 8,000 and the selling price is 6.25. We got our sales total revenue will be this much. I don't know how much, the answer didn't say, but you can calculate. And then we said total cost we already calculated is here. Under 8,000 units, your total cost will be 21,600 is your total fixed plus your total variable. So gives you profit 28,400. And then if the other situation is you sell at 10,000 and selling cheap 5.75, you drop the price by 50 cents. So that gives you total revenue. And then we sell our total cost under 10,000, your total cost will be 24,500. Then your new profit will be 33,000. So you can find out your new profit is more than your old profit. So that's the reason some companies, they drop the price to get more units, right? So overall, they still will earn more money. As I say, we talk more in the future chapter, but this gives you some idea. And since I'm making the video, I just want to say, we said this in class. We said that never make your decision, right? Never use your fixed cost per each unit. Why? Because that will give you the wrong decision. So very quickly, we said, let's say for the fixed cost is, I'll just make a number very quickly, like $10. And then now you have make 2 units. So if we use fixed cost, and if that's the only cost we have, I just said we don't have variable cost. So if that's the only cost we have, we allocate, then each one will be $5 fixed cost, right? And so if you use this to make your decision, we said, okay, our selling price, right? Our selling price will be $15 each. Selling price is $15 each. So when you make the 2 units and you sell them, you sell 2 units, your total revenue will be $30. You subtract all the costs, which is fixed cost. We said $5 each, and then you times 2, so that gives you $10. So you said, oh, my operating income is $20 when I make and sell 2 units. Okay, so now you said, okay, how about if I make and sell 3 units? You said, oh, my revenue will be 15 times 3 gives me 45. And my total cost will be $5 each. I times 3, that gives me 15. So my new operating income will be 30. Is this right? You should know this is not right. You should know this is not right. Why? Because when you make 3 units, your total fixed cost is still $10. When you make 3 units, because your fixed cost is fixed, in certain range, we didn't say that, but you can definitely make more than 2. So maybe the range is you can make 10 units. So when you only make 3 units, your total fixed cost, like your rent, like your insurance, those things will be still $10 for 3. You cannot just use $5 each times 3. That's not the way you treat fixed cost. So never ever use fixed cost for each unit to make the decision. So your real operating income should be $35 instead of $30. Okay, you usually see more examples for this one also later. So chapter 2 just gives you some idea for the later chapters. I hope you will not be scared. And let me know if you have any question. I see you in the next video. Thank you.